Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube, or hello and welcome if you are new here. My name is Chloe Swift, I'm a professional hairstylist and hair care expert. Today, as you can see, my hair is wet. I'm going to be bringing you a video all about the ghd Duet style. Duet style has been out for just over a year now, and I can't believe I've actually not done a video on this product since it's been out. So yeah, that's what we are doing today. I actually used to work for ghd full time, so I got to use and test this product, and we kind of used it on models. We created like all the material for the brand with this product a good while before it came out. So I probably first used this tool over 2 years ago, maybe even longer. When it came out, I'd used it quite a bit before that, and it just then became one of these products. I think everyone else was really taken aback and wowed by it, but because I was just kind of used to it and I'd had it for a while, I guess I just didn't do a video or didn't really shout about it right at the very start. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be showing you and telling you all about today. So let's turn on the Duet style. So you flip it on by kind of pushing up that switch. Duet style is a 2-in-1 tool. It dries and styles your hair at the same time. So it's so ideal for hair when you freshly washed it. As you can hear then, the fans have just kicked in. So the fans are heating up, and then there we go, now we are up to temperature. You have got fans on the inside. So this is almost like your hairdryer part in here. And then you've got plates. You've actually got 4 plates, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. And then that works as your hair straightener. So it's almost a hair straightener and a hair dryer in one. So it's so ideal if you like to blow dry your hair smooth, and if you like to straighten it, this will do it both at the same time. So you can use it on wet and dry hair. So now it's kind of in wet mode, and we are going to smooth and straighten out our damp hair. As you can see, my hair is freshly washed. I have left it in a towel. I would say it's not absolutely dripping wet, but this is like a really good starting point to go in and then use the Duet style. So I'm going to section my hair, and because we're dealing with wet hair and we need to dry it, I'm going to take my first section kind of like middle of the ear, draw a line to the back of the head. So I'm just going to twist that and flip that up. So you want to make sure you are detangling the hair, and I have already popped product in my hair, by the way. I did completely forget to show you that. So I've used the Uberlist. This is a new product that I'm using, and this is effectively like a leave-in conditioning spray, but it also does protect from heat. So make sure all the hair is detangled first of all, and then I like to lead with a brush or a comb to create the best tension. And you're going to go in at the roots and hold for 3 seconds, and then just glide down nice and slow and smooth and steady. So the reason you're holding at the roots for 3 seconds is because everyone's root area is thicker, and then that allows these root drying vents. So these are the vents, and that's not hot to touch, by the way, but warm air is coming out of there. It allows the root drying vents to dry that thicker root area. So they're your root vents, and they're on the bottom of the styler as well. Then what ghd say is your hair will be dry from 3 passes. So we're going to repeat this 3 times. So hold there, 2, 3, and then glide down. Nice and smooth. So it's pretty much dry after that. I'm just going to go over one final pass just to make sure it's thoroughly dry. 1, 2, 3. That is thoroughly dry, and you can see how it has smoothed my hair out. My hair is naturally wavy, and it does go a bit fluffy. It's just really nicely smoothed it out, and it is really quite quick and quite easy to use. So let me just repeat on this other side. Let me just turn this off a second, just so you can hear me a bit better. When you turn off your Duet style, the fans cut out. So this is like the fan part where it's almost like the hairdryer part. So all of the air is drawn in through this vent here. The air comes out of this like honeycomb filter here, so that's the same top and bottom. So the air comes out of there. So when it's in drying mode, so for use on wet hair, the airflow comes out at 150 degrees Celsius, and then your plates are only 120 degrees Celsius. So that's the safest optimum temperature for heat styling damp or wet hair, because obviously wet hair is so much more fragile compared to dry hair. Dry hair is really quite strong, it can take higher temperatures and we can kind of play around with it a bit more, but wet hair is so much more fragile and it's weaker, so we really have to be really cautious of that. I think that's probably the main question I do get asked with Duet. Well, is that not going to be super damaging for your hair? And as you could hear, even though it was going on wet hair, it didn't sizzle or anything like that. That's in dry mode. In wet to dry mode, I'm going to continue working up my head. So I would say a key thing, making sure your roots are dry properly. You do need to section your hair as I'm working up. And I think if you're not doing this, then you're just not going to make sure you're drying that root area fully. But yeah, you can see kind of how my hair is wavy compared to that like natural smooth finish we've got with the Duet. So I'm just going to turn my Duet style back on and carry on. I'm bringing everything forwards to the front, everything's reaching forward, and I'm trying to go over every section about 3 times if it needs to. Sometimes it does need a forward pass on my hair, and then grab these roots at the back and then hold it there for a little bit. It is just a super easy, straightforward tool to use, to be honest. I think, you do have some people that kind of struggle to style their own hair, because it can be quite difficult, but I think this is just so straightforward, you can't really go wrong. But it is giving like an amazing shine to the hair. You can definitely see that smoothness. Like, I don't think I'd get that shine and that smoothness just from doing like a smooth blow dry, for example. All my hair is dry. I will say it is much quieter than a hairdryer, so it is a lot more nicer to use. I'd say I kind of use this drying mode if I'm washing my hair late at night, which sometimes I just tend to do. Say if I've got to be up really early for something for work the next day, and I feel like this is just more relaxing to use in the evening. I think a lot of us dry our hair and we're like rushing so much, and psychologically you think the quicker you're like moving your hand or the quicker you're moving, faster you're going to make your hair dry. It isn't true, but you've really got to change kind of your habits and behavior with this, because if anything you need to move slower. So the slower you move, it means then you're only going over the hair, that section 3 times, so then that will make the process quicker. Whereas if you're super rushing and just keep gliding over, you're putting more heat on the hair because you're just doing more passes, and it will just take longer. So section your hair, 3 passes, be slower. Now we're going to go into shine shot mode, what they call the shine shot mode, and that's where you can use the tool on dry hair. So we need to turn the tool back on. So slide that switch up, and then you hold this little button here, the shine shot mode, hold that down for a couple of seconds, and you can hear then that the fans have cut out, and then this little light is pulsating and heating up. So what happens now, so you don't have any airflow, it's heated up now, absolutely no airflow, and then your plates have heated up to that normal ghd temperature of 185 degrees Celsius. But now all of the plates are working like they would your normal ghd styler. My hair has gone really quite smooth. So for me with shine shot mode, I wouldn't re-go over the whole thing. There's just certain things I would probably want to do. So sometimes I like to put a little bit of bend on the end. Sometimes I like to put a little bit of bend on these shorter shaping pieces, or I will just literally tidy up the ends. So I'll just grab all of that and then just go over the ends there. So you can see it's kind of flattened them down a bit more. I've just made the hair like poker straight. And then I'm just gonna go over this front piece here. So I'd say shine shot mode, you don't have to use it if you have just used the dry mode and you've gone from wet to dry. You don't have to use it. Like, as you can see, my hair looks just really nice as it is. But yeah, if you've got kind of more challenging hair and you feel like you just need that little bit of extra heat just to go over some certain areas, that's what shine shot mode is for. Or if this was just your only tool, you could then just use shine shot mode on like day 2, day 3 hair, for example. And I do have a lot of like newer hair growth, these like flyaway baby hairs at the top. So I kind of just like to use the Duet style in the shine shot mode. You've just got a little bit of heat if you kind of just through the sides of the plates there. And I just like to smooth down the root area here a bit more and smooth down these little flyaways. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the Kevin Murphy Session Spray. This is just a really nice lightweight hairspray. Oh God. And I just want to get these hairs on the top. I don't know if you can see those. Quite bad flyaways on the top. It's like maybe one of my biggest bugbears, but at least I know like my hair is growing, which is always a good sign. But yeah, they are my Duet style results. My honest opinion, I think there's a time and a place for it. I think there's an absolutely perfect customer for the Duet style, because I can get it to blow dry really smoothly, fairly easily. This is probably why I don't reach for the Duet style that much. I think it's ideal if you struggle to do your hair, because it's such a straightforward tool to use. You just literally reach around the back and you can easily dry and smooth. I think it's ideal for those of you who love this really smooth, flat, shiny, straight finish. I don't actually think it's very often that I style my hair just poker straight. I love it when I do it, but yeah, it's just not my kind of go-to style. So again, that's probably why I don't reach for the Duet style. I wouldn't then spend time to blow dry it smooth with this if I were then to go in and wave and curl it. But yeah, if you love super straight, sleek poker hair, nice and flat to the root. I know a lot of you with maybe more challenging hair or naturally curly wavy hair types, you struggle to get it flat at the root. So I think this is great to get your roots nice and flat. But yeah, they are my honest opinions. I'm gonna leave it linked below, as well as just the other couple of bits I've used today. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something from it, and let me know what else you want to see next. And I will be seeing you next week for more hair tutorials and just general hair care tips. Bye guys.